This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 450, 10 Types of Friends Worth Fighting For, Part 2, by Marc Chernoff of marcandangel.com, and I'm Justin Malik. Happy Sunday, and welcome back to Optimal Living Daily. The Optimal Living Daily Network includes 4 podcasts for now, where we read to you from some of the best blogs we can find. This podcast covers personal development, minimalism, and anything I think can help you live a more meaningful life. We've had some new, amazing authors join recently, so make sure you check out some of those recent episodes. We have James Clear, Leon Logothetis of the Kindness Diary series on Netflix, Cal Newport, who's a very smart man, and of course our usuals like Leo Babauta of Zen Habits, The Minimalist, Steve Pavlina, Derek Sivers, a bunch of other minimalists, and many more. And today's episode is actually a continuation from yesterday. This post was a little long, so I broke it up into 2. If you're new here, I'd recommend listening to yesterday's episode first. Otherwise, this one's not going to make a lot of sense. So with that, let's get right to part 2 of the post and continue optimizing your life. 10 Types of Friends Worth Fighting For, Part 2, by Marc Chernoff of marcandangel.com. Number 5. Friends who are gentle and compassionate through life's changes. Be gentle and compassionate with your friends as they evolve and change. Mother Nature opens millions of flowers every day without forcing the buds. Let this be a reminder not to be forceful with those you care about, but to simply give them enough light and love and an opportunity to grow naturally. Ultimately, how far you go in life depends on your willingness to be helpful to the young, respectful to the aged, tender with the hurt, supportive of the striving, and tolerant of those who are weaker or stronger than the majority. Because we wear many hats throughout the course of our lives, at some point in your life, you will have been all of these people, and the same is true of your friends. Number 6. Friends who support each other's growth. No human being is your friend who demands your silence or denies your right to grow. Healthy friendships always move in the direction of personal growth, for the relationship as a whole and for each individual in it. A desire to impede the growth of the other for one's personal comfort is an expression of fear. When you connect with a true friend, this person helps you find the best in yourself. In this way, neither of you actually meet the best in each other. You both grow into your best selves by spending time together and nurturing each other's growth. Number 7. Friends who tell the truth. Subconsciously, many of us prefer gentle lies to hard truths. But make no mistake, in the end, it's better to be hurt by the truth than comforted by a lie. Friendships based on lies always die young. Lying is a cumulative process too, so be careful. What starts as a small, seemingly innocent lie, possibly even with the intention of not hurting anyone, quickly spirals into a mounting fairy tale where the biggest factor preventing you from sharing the truth is the unwanted reputation of being known as a liar. Don't do this. Don't hide behind lies. Deal with the truth, learn the lessons, endure the consequences of reality, and move your friendship forward. Number 8. Friends who are tolerant of each other's inevitable mood swings. Giving your friends the space to save face and not taking things personally when they're occasionally upset, cranky, or having a bad day is a priceless gift. Truth be told, what others say and do is often based entirely on their own self-reflection. When a friend who is angry and upset speaks to you and you nevertheless remain very present and continue to treat them with kindness and respect, you place yourself in a position of great power. You become a means for the situation to be graciously diffused and healed. My grandmother once told me, when somebody backs themselves into a corner, look the other way until they get themselves out, and then act as though it never happened. Allowing a friend to save face in this way and not reminding them of what they already know is not their most intelligent behavior is an act of great kindness. This is possible when you realize that people behave in such ways because they are in a place of momentary suffering. People react to their own thoughts and feelings, and their behavior often has nothing directly to do with you. Number 9. Friends who work out their issues with each other, not with others. This may seem obvious, but these days it's worth mentioning. Never post negatively about a friend on social media. 14-year-old school kids post negatively about their friends on social media. It's a catty way to get attention and vent when the emotionally healthy response is to talk your grievances over with them directly when the time is right. Don't fall into the trap of getting others on your side either, because healthy friendships only have one side. It's called mutual respect. Furthermore, friendships and their intricacies don't always make sense, especially from the outside, so don't let outsiders run the friendship for you. If you're having an issue with a friend, work it out with them and no one else. Angel and I discuss this in more detail in the relationships chapter of 1,000 Little Things Happy Successful People Do Differently. Number 10, friends who are faithful from a distance. Sometimes life puts geographic barriers between you and a good friend. But growing apart geographically doesn't change the fact that for a long time you two grew side by side. Your roots will always be tangled. Knowing this, embracing it, and making the best of it, that's a clear sign of true friendship. In the end, this true kind of friendship is a promise made in the heart, silent, unwritten, unbreakable by distance, and unchangeable by time. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled 10 Types of Friends Worth Fighting For by Marc Chernoff of marcandangel.com. And I'm not going to mention anything self-promotional here at the end of this show, except that you can find everything related to this show at oldpodcast.com. I hope you have a great start to your week, and I'm going to see you tomorrow, most likely for Minimalist Monday, where your optimal life awaits.
Hey, this is Dan from the Optimal Finance Daily podcast, which is a lot like this show, except more focused on personal finance. Justin handpicks the best posts he can find from blogs and authors like Ramit Sethi, Mr. Money Mustache, and more, and I read them to you 5 days a week. So if you enjoy this podcast, come on over and subscribe to Optimal Finance Daily too. And together, we'll optimize your financial life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com, that's OLDpodcast.com, for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.